Right, let's have a look. Good evening again. So, this is the third time now that I'm attempting to stream. Let's make sure it's working. Good evening. So, the last 3 times, the game has crashed. I have never had it crash before. No, it's done it 3 times in a row. Which is incredibly frustrating. But we will try again. Here we go, let's try it. Come on. So, I've been playing this game since November on here, never had it crash, and it's done it 3 times in a row now. So if it does crash again, I'm just going to call it a night, and I'll have to spend some time with my wife, I think. No one wants that, so let's hope we can get it to work. As you can tell, with me saying that, she's not in the room. Yeah, it did clear unexpectedly. So let's try again. So, this here. And we'll rattle through this one. And it's now become unresponsive again. No, it's not. So, let's do this mission here. Into Nigeria. We'll let it load up. The fuel should still remain the same. So, nice flight here. Right, hopefully it does not crash. Very square aircraft there, hopefully that will sort itself out. So we will, I think that at the moment I've been struggling with the sim here for the last few days, and I think as they're gradually building up to release SU5, I think there's hopefully, as soon as the release comes out this week, things will be a bit better. It's already feeling a little bit bitty and a little bit laggy, which is not ideal. Let me get to those covers. Can I reach the covers from here? Have I got to walk around? I've got to walk around. Look at this. Go fast. And we'll get in, we'll get our passengers boarded.
Captain,
whilst they're boarding, we'll just get rid of the yoke just for a minute.
Ground service high. This is flight SCQ.
We'll get this started really, really quickly, and we'll head straight out. Here she comes. Again, if it crashes again, I'm afraid that will be the end of tonight, because I haven't got the patience. Okay, let's get the battery on. And as it loads up, check the bleeds, check the statics. Cool. Let's come around, although it's not letting me around. And we'll get the APU started straight away. APU bleeds on. We'll get the APU started. Hopefully we can hear that as well if we go outside. Hear the APU? I think you can hear it running up. Yeah, you can hear it running up, which is nice. There you go, and you see the APU, RPM and AGT temperature increasing. Once that's up there, we'll see that we've got APU power. Which the APU generator is on, which is perfect. Okay, because we've now got that on, let's check our lights. We want our recognition lights on first, and we'll have our passenger safety signs and seatbelts on now as well. Come up here, quickly set our flight plan to flight level 350, not 450. We'll have a little bit of performance left. There we go, perfect. And it's crashed. No, it's not crashed again. I thought it crashed again then. Cool, happy. Right, we'll quickly do this. Weight and fuel. 2 pilots at 170, so 340 pounds. And 1 passenger at 170 pounds. Take off, fuel on board, fob sync please. There we go. And we'll go take off data now. So take off next. Quickly check this, make sure we're happy with it. Okay, next. Flight plan, let's come back in here. Departure, again there, intercept, Polmo, en route, leg off. Yeah, we'll sort that as we get flying. Cool. VNAV. VNAV enabled, FMSP200. Climb, 270 knots. Altitude speed, let's go 240, but look before 10,000, because then they can't shout at us. Enter. Yep. Enter. Yep. Cruise. Descent. 240. Enter. Enter. Initialize. Accept. Okay. Cool. We'll do all this in just a second. Let's get the engine started. Just to verify what engine starts on the Cessna first. Is it the left or the right? Is the right engine, so we'll start that. APU bleed is on. Throttles at idle. Ideal. Cool, happy. Okay, what am I forgetting to do? Fuel. Because that isn't starting. Give me a second. I've not flown this before. There we go. Or have I got to hold it? There you go, I've got to hold it. I can hear it. %. No, so let me just get a hand. Throttles idle, right, run. Start to run, which is what we've done. Let me just come in. Run, oh there we go. There we go, so one of those. There we go. That's good. Ignition. I'm going to start trimming now whilst we've got hydraulics. Perfect. So that's started. We'll get number 1 started now as well. Get the cover back over if it lets me. If it lets me, hopefully. There we go. Start that left engine up as well. There we go. And let me turn the AP off in just a second. left gen's on, right gen's on, external power available, APU generator off, we don't need that. And APU to off. Okay, let's get this all ready to go. Taxi lights to on. Pulse lights, we don't need those on. Perfect, that's good. ELT to arm. Okay, just checking all this. Okay, so we'll go to 35,000 feet. We're heading off 01, so we'll set that as well, 010. Degrees. 5,000. Flight director will turn on, but we won't actually pay any attention to that at the moment. Going across here, happy. Yeah. I didn't take off her. Just waiting for my Garmin's to load back up. Okay, let's go through the FMC and computer. Map settings. On map sync on. FD left. Traffic we'll set to on with the settings. Auto altitude reporting. So we'll turn all that on as well. Okay, back. Of course it will turn off. Come on. Traffic. Yep, perfect. Weather, we'll have our weather radar on as well. Radar is on. Back, weather radar. Radar on. And we'll put that into weather. Yep, we'll put it on the ground. Probably shouldn't. Probably get told off. Track avoidance system. Good. Sun's back. Happy. Happy. Cool. Ideal. So that's looking good. At the moment we've still got a no standby data. What does that mean? Just having a quick look. No standby data. Let me have a quick look at what that means. You trim up to the pointer is in the green. So I've done that. Ah, standby battery. It wants a standby battery apparently. Standby power on. There we go. No takeoff, but that's on about the trim, isn't it? So let's get that right. Or is it flaps? That's graphing. Why is it saying no takeoff? You just check. Okay, we'll leave that for a minute. Right, let's get clearance.
Amilcar Cabral Tower, Cessna Delta 4 X-ray Bravo Bravo ready to copy IFR clearance to Abuja.
Cessna Delta 4 X-ray Bravo Bravo is cleared to Abuja Airport via the Pium 2 Alpha departure, runway 01. Climb via SID maintain flight level tree 50. Departure frequency is 128.3, squawk 7411.
Okay, 7411. 7411. Confirm.
Clear to Abuja by the POLM-2
Cessna X-ray Bravo Bravo, read back correct.
Climb via
Contact
SID,
ground on
maintain flight
119.7.
level tree
Good day.
50. Departure frequency is
Okay, that's up.
128 decimal tree. Squawk
Hello,
7411.
everyone.
Cessna
Please give
Delta
your warmest
4
welcome
X-ray
to our
Bravo
They're
passenger.
talking over each other
This is
again.
Seth Petery. She's a warmly recommended client. The service must be impeccable. Have a nice flight.
They're finished talking over each other.
Amilcar Cabral ground. Cessna Delta 4 X-ray Bravo Bravo. Ready to taxi. IFR.
Cessna Delta 4 X-ray Bravo Bravo. Taxi to and hold short of runway 01 via taxiway Bravo Alpha. Contact tower on 119.7 when ready.
We've got reverse thrust on this. Yes, we have. We'll use those.
Taxi to and hold short runway 01 using taxiway Bravo Alpha. Cessna X-ray Bravo Bravo.
Yeah, use the reverse thrust. Hopefully, it'll work. No, apparently not enough. So we'll just head forward and left. So we'll spin it around here, which is fine. We're heading to 01, so we need to turn left and then left again. There we go.
Madam, welcome on board flight SCQ-64 with service from Nuku to Nuku. We'll be shortly in line for takeoff. Please fasten your seatbelts
So many
and
little
secure
bugs with
all
this.
baggage underneath your seat. And to make sure your seats and table trays are in the upright position for takeoff. Please switch all personal electronic devices, including laptops and cell phones, to airplane mode. This is a non-smoking flight. Thank you for choosing Radiant Airways. Enjoy your flight.
I'll get the takeoff data in just a second, including takeoff speeds. And like we do every time, we'll
down our taxi speed, Captain.
wish you wouldn't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do, bro. Quite a cool little thing, this. Goes the screens again. It'll take off data and speeds in just a second. Oh, too fast. Careful. Oh, just trying to shrink yourself down a little bit. Not sure I've got to move forward, just looked too soon. Okay, let's get ourselves set up first before we actually request a takeoff clearance. So, strobes and land lights on, taxi lights off Line light on. Line light on. Any collision lights on. Tail floodlights. Everything's looking good there. So we get our speed set up. Yep. Yep. Flight plan. Climb. Departure. Back. Okay. Speed bugs. Let's put them on. All on. Landing. All on. Okay. V rotate is. Our speed for rotation is 130 knots. Perfect. 130 knots. So let's do it.
Hamilcar Cabral Tower, Cessna Delta 4 X-ray Bravo Bravo ready for IFR departure. Runway 01.
See what we're doing. We're going to head to the right, and then right again.
Tuned 101 tree. Cleared for takeoff runway 01.
So we're going to head right, and we're going to climb straight to 35,000 feet. Okay, perfect. Looking left. Looking right. Left again before entering. Perfect. Brakes off. We'll do a run and take off straight away.
Madam, welcome on board this flight to Nuku. I'm first
Let's
officer
get the wind a
Aurora,
sec.
and I'm here to ensure you have an enjoyable flight to Nuku today. If there's anything we can do
60 knots
to
from
make your
40,
flight
so slight
more
crosswind.
enjoyable, please let us know. I
So
gently
we'll apply the
remind you
correction to
fasten
the
your
right.
seatbelt, and that this is a non-smoking flight. You'll find a safety briefing card in the seat pocket in front of you. Prepare for takeoff. Thank you.
Okay, take off thrust set. Stick forward and to the right a little bit. Just managing that, because it wants to move to the left. There's that correction. There we go. And we're up. Okay, flaps up. Gear up. That's a little bit much.
Cessna X-ray Bravo Bravo contact South Center on 128 decimal tree. Good day.
Gonna trim back down now.
128 decimal tree. Cessna X-ray Bravo Bravo.
Yeah, perfect. Keep our speed below 250.
South Center, Cessna Delta 4 X-ray Bravo Bravo is at 1900 climbing, flight level tree 50.
There we go. Perfect.
Cessna Delta 4
Okay, it's
X-ray
1013,
Bravo
check.
Bravo, South Center, QNH 101 tree. Radar contact. Continue
Okay,
to 6
let's
Charlie
put our
Victor
autopilot
Sierra.
on. So I'll put autopilot on, B nav, and nav. Altitude set, flight level 350. Flight directors are on. Let's get our flight level change on, because it's descending us at the moment. There we go. Cool. And there we go. As that's doing that, currently I've got my weather map set to standby. Altitude reporting. Vector, so that's on. Altitude reporting. Back. Weather radar. Radar on. So that's on as well. Radar on. Why is it reporting standby? Wind vector we want on and track vector we want on as well. Okay. Why is that saying standby? Should not be saying standby. There we go. So we'll go back home. Let's have the weather radar on that one, shall we? When it resets, weather connect on, back, radar. We'll have that one over there. Perfect, there we go. Everything's looking good. As we continue our climb. We'll just wait now till we get to the cruise. Do, 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 do. Right, so another 18,000 miles to go and we're there. We do some checks while we're on this way up, shall we? So let's do the after takeoff checklist. Landing gear is up, flaps are up, throttles are set to climb. Let me just make sure of that. They are. We can probably set that to auto throttle if it's got auto throttle. Has this thing got auto throttle? No? Ice protection not required at the moment. Pressurization, check, see what signs. Altimeters, exterior lights, APU knob off, yep, happy. Cruise, throttles. For cruise, we'll do that in a minute. Where's our speed at the moment? I don't like that settings on that PFD, you know. Let's go here, back. Pressure, normal, perfect. Temperatures. Okay. Potion. Cool. Okay, happy. So settings. It's fine. Back. Over. Okay, happy with that. Cool. We're happy. We're doing right at the moment. We could set our barrow to 2902. There we are. So standard. It's obviously not happy with that because the sim hasn't caught up with it yet. 2902. There we go. So we're at standard. It's flashing because it wants us to be at the local regional QNH as opposed to the standard QNH. We're not going to do that. We'll fly at standard. Perfect. We're looking good here at the moment. Just checking everything here. Make sure everything's looking good. It's looking good. Let's get oxygen as well. Hydraulics, PCU, got a standby. Gears up. So good. Cool. Alright, I think we're looking good at the moment. Land lights could come off, but we'll keep them on for now. Everything else looking pretty good actually, pretty sweet. As we're climbing, continue climbing for another 11,000 feet. Right. Just waiting to get up to cruise, so we'll see where we are at the moment as we head down to Nigeria. So you'll see We are nicely on our way now. As we head across the continent, we can take a look at the airport we're coming into. So we are going to do the ILS approach. For 22, we'll have a look at the arrivals, and let's have a look, see where they take us. So no, don't want that one. Don't want that one. Don't want that one. We could have that one. So let's go for the Oxford 1 November arrival. And then what we'll do is we'll send that to ATC and the avionics. So happy with that. Cool, ideal. And we'll have a look at the runway in just a second. Runway's at 1,172 feet. We'll set the avionics as we go. Let's have a look at the runway itself. DNAA. However, at the moment, medium VFR, 3 knots and 220, 5.4 nautical miles. We have got a little bit of cloud. You can see that there, scattered clouds at 1,200 feet. With temperature and dew point 2824, 1011. No significant changes reported. Look at the TAF. So we're expected to get in there in about, let's have a look at the time. What time I hadn't expected to get in there? Does it tell me on here? Let's have a look. Excuse me, yawning. Surely it's got to tell us what time we're expected to get in. Let's have a look. Flight plan. Doesn't tell us. Okay, procedures, departure, arrival. That starts taking that, which is fine. Okay, it doesn't tell us, but let's say it's going to be a few hours. Look down again. DNAA. Between 2300 and 01 on the 27th. So we can expect it from 2300 to gust. Where is it? I've just seen that gusting. Gusting 10 knots. No, 230 at 10 knots. Ceiling visibility, okay. Probability of 30%. Temporarily 2619. Yeah, we're going to be absolutely fine. Cool. Ideal. Right, let's focus on where we're going. For a minute, we've got 5,000 more to climb. And then we'll skip. I wonder if the helicopters are going to behave a bit better today. We will soon see. Right, what's my wife sending me on Instagram? $4,000 feet? Right, as we get set up, let's set up our nav, shall we? So we're landing on runway 22. So let's make sure that we are happy with that, make sure that it correlates. It does. So let's get the information for runway 22. So we'll get the the ILS runway 22. There we are. Let's get some of the information that we need when it loads. Here we go. So we've got minimum heights permissible. Inbound 3,600 at RDIR. ILS are localized VR. So 109.3. So let's go 109.3 in the nav. It has that set already. Active frequency is 109.3, so we'll keep that on there. We'll set the course now of, where is it? 215 degrees for a 22 runway. That does not sound right. It's saying 215, which means they've just not changed to designate the runway. I suppose that is literally on the limit, isn't it? 215, so we'll set the course at 215. Left-hand course. At 215. We'll hope that saves. Cool. As we look over the sea. So we are expecting to land at night as well. As we look at the time now, what is the time? 1932. So we'll be landing at night. I'm going to get a bit of a drink. We'll look to land in just a second. Another 1,000 feet to climb. As the Garmin's crash again. Right. Going to see how my passengers doing. Hello mate, how are you? Is there anything we can play with down here? Right. So this toilet. Sink. Lovely. Cool. Right, 1,000 feet away from our required altitude. 35,000 feet, flight level 350. Right, let's get our landing data sorted nice and early, so we know the speeds we've got to land at. So if I come up here, procedures. Yeah, okay, if I go back, and I do performance. Landing data. Runway 22. However, let's put that in, shall we? Is 04015. 040 degrees. Enter at 15 knots. So I'll put all this data in. The temperature is, where is it? We're going to be landing around 2100. 28 degrees. And our barometric pressure is going to be 2902. Right, what is that in? Let me just work that out. 1011 in INHG 2985. 2985. Enter. So that's our land data set. Runway is runway 22. Runway elevation 1134. Going to bed, my babe? Yeah. Good night.
Good night.
Mwah. See you in the morning. Landing config. Flaps will be full, anti-ice will be off. Reverse thrusters will be stowed, land factor 1. Auto throttle is going to be off. Landing data, perfect. Wind limit exceeded. Tailwind 15 knots. So 2-2. But it's not, is it? It's not a tailwind. So let's get that back in. 4 degrees at 15 knots, no. 0 degrees at 3 knots, apparently. Enter. Land data, that's better. Accept landing speed, so we're going to be landing at 136 knots for approach, and VREF is 125, perfect. Good, so we'll bear that in mind as well. Okay, so we are at cruise. So when we're ready, in just a second, we will skip to the descent. Because otherwise, we're going to be sat here bored for the next hour and a half. When actually I could be flying some helicopter missions. So once I finish speaking to my passenger, we'll get ready to get down. Perfect, here we go then. So skip to descent, and again, you never know where it's going to put you, at what altitude, at what speed, what configuration, so we'll gauge that as we come in. What I do like to do though is quickly do an orbit, so it gives me time to get set.
Airspeed.
So here we go straight away, and see the runway. Okay, we're going to continue because I think we're actually quite well set here.
Climb and maintain 3600 expect.
So I'm happy with that. Let me quickly
Maintain present altitude. Expect ILS runway 22 approach. Vectors to final. Cessna X-ray Bravo Bravo.
just right because I'm not flying forward. Just give me a
X-ray
second.
Bravo Bravo. Maintain present heading and altitude. Contact Abuja Tower on 118.6.
I quite like my. Give me a second, just while we're here. Night, babe. Love you. Right, that's fine. Okay. They're coming in. So we've got 4 flaps. Our approach speed is going to be 135 knots. I've got the runway. Just check lights. Sun lights are on. Recognition lights. Any call lights are on. Perfect. As I come in, not going to use ILS for this.
Abuja Tower, Cessna Delta 4 X-ray Bravo Bravo, 9 miles northeast, inbound ILS runway 22 approach.
Happy with this approach so far. Speed's dropping off, so we're going to apply a little bit more power.
4 X-ray Bravo Bravo, Abuja Tower, QNH 1010, cleared ILS runway 22 approach.
010. Perfect. Okay, happy with this. So this is looking good so far.
ILS runway 22 approach, Cessna X-ray Bravo Bravo.
Just going to slow down a little bit. As we're coming a little bit to the right, so we'll turn left. Okay, our approach speed is 135, our VREF at 125. So we're okay here.
Cessna X-ray Bravo Bravo, wind 220 at tree, clear to land runway 22.
Roger.
Clear to land
Go to
runway
the left now.
22. Cessna X-ray
Wish that
Bravo
music
Bravo.
wouldn't turn on. So we're a little bit fast. There we come. A little bit high. There we go, that's good. Not slow down too much. If I need to go around, I'm going to go straight ahead and climb to 3,000 feet. Okay, the Pappy light's looking good. Too low. I'm just going to arrest that, monitoring that speed. As I obviously arrest that descent, I'm going to slow down. Don't want to go much slower than this. There we go. Need to move to the left again. A little bit of wind here. Watching that speed. A little bit bumpy as I'm coming in. Okay. I'm now looking at the threshold, looking at the green lights. I'm aiming for the green lights. See, we're a little bit low, but we'll hold that as we get there. Adding a little bit more power. Till we get to 50 feet. Looking good. Flaps 35. And the gear down. A little bit low, but it's okay because we're going to flare quite early. Just going to get this straight with the runway. There we are. Perfect. Okay. Power coming off. Power's off. Then it come in. Into ground effect. Float, just going to get lined up, and we're going to now look at the end of the runway, flare, and naturally want to land. There we go, I can feel the wheels on the floor. There we go, perfect. Speed brakes up, reverse thrusts. Brakes are on. And there we go. Again, no one died.
Cessna X-ray Bravo Bravo. Exit runway when able.
Flaps coming up, speed brakes coming up. Got the taxiway. That was a decent landing actually, to be fair. First one ever in the Cessna Longitude. I'm going to turn left here just as my Garmin's go off. Yep, first landing in one of these. It's actually quite a nice plane, this.
Cessna X-ray Bravo Bravo. Contact ground on 121.9er. 121.9er. Cessna
Stop here.
X-ray Bravo Bravo.
No takeoff. No takeoff. No takeoff. No takeoff.
Yeah,
No takeoff.
we're not trying to take off.
Abuja ground. Cessna Delta 4 X-ray
That was
Bravo
decent, that.
Bravo. Taxi to parking.
Cessna Delta 4 X-ray Bravo Bravo. Taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha Bravo Bravo 1.
I will do that, young air traffic controller. Let's go.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway.
Okay, what I can do,
Alpha
whilst we just get
Bravo
this started, we can get the
Bravo.
APU
Cessna
started.
X-ray Bravo Bravo.
Take a left down here, I'll slow down. There we go. We're heading straight in here. A bit of lag, there we go. And we are here. What a good little flight that was. Let's marshal it. Oh, let's just go left.
I'm really in a hurry. When do we get off? Good thing this
Still
flight
wants
went
us to go
smoothly.
left. You know what? Let's just go off. There we go. So let's end that. I know he wants us to go left, but we'll just check that APU. APU is running. We'll set the APU generator on. APU generator is to on, so we can turn off the engines. There we go. So uncover, stop, cover, stop. There we go. A good flight. Maybe a few million quid in the blank. Would be nice. Passenger satisfaction 80%. Probably it's because I didn't give complimentary food, I think, probably. Right. We've opened up a new region, our first region in Africa. Let's see what we can do. We've got a fire mission. Shall we go and extinguish a fire? 280 grand. 264 grand. Let's buy a fire aeroplane, shall we? It's our first one in Africa, I think. That is our first, except for up here near Egypt. That's our first one. So I'll tell you what I'll do, because that was a 2-hour flight. Let's have a look, see what that's done to our aircraft. Companies, right. 89 aircraft now. One aircraft obviously doesn't tell us which one we need to fix, so we'll quickly go through them. This is by far the worst part of this game. By far the worst part of this game. There we go. That's where it costs us millions. Let's fix them. Switch charters. Not all aircraft are in use. Oh, there is. Let's get that. Sign pilot. That should be 100% now, hopefully. Yeah, 100%. Advertising. They're all good. Cargo. 3 of them need looking at. And again, it doesn't tell me which ones, so it's going to cost me millions. There's 2.5 million. $1 million. Yeah? Why? Oh my dear God. Right. Oh come on! I've got so many planes now that this has become very tedious. 3 million for that thing. That'll be one of these ones. Be my last one, I reckon, because sure I only done the other 2 last week. What? Is it the first King Air? Might do a helicopter mission in a minute. Scottish Airways, please do. Oh, thank God. It's those that cripple me usually. Scottish Skydives, all good. Nifty Boys, my Chinook. Fireflies, all good. And Scottish Limited. Scottish Aviation will be fine, I think. Yeah. Scottish Limited. How many of these? 3, of course there's 3. Quick fix these. I wish it would tell me. Asobo, if you're watching this, you're douchebags. Right, come on. Help a brother out here. Right, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and do Lukla. So, we're going to have a flight into Lukla. We've not done Lukla for a while. We'll quickly fix these, and then we'll go and do a Lukla flight. We love the Lukla flights, don't we? Just quickly fix the last one. And then we'll do a Twin Otter flight into Lukla, I think. Let's go and have a go. Let's go and do it. We'll go free flight because there might be more people in there. But we're going to into Lukla. So last aircraft was the Robinson that I flew. Let's go to Lukla. So airplane, and we'll do it with the Twin Otter. We like the Twin Otter. Where is it? Where is it? Although we could do it in the Titan. Should we do it in the Titan? No, we'll do it in the Twin Otter. We love the Twin Otter. And yes. Right, let's go into Lukla. We'll do a quick flight here, and then we will head off because we've got the boys to watch. My dog's going a bit mad at the moment. And we're one of the most dangerous airplanes in the world, sorry, airports in the world. You can't go around. Well, you can if you choose to very, very, very early. You can go around outside here, shall we? So we're not going to be started up. And not. If you're not going to land, you've got scope to come up the valley here, and there's a village just up the top here, or you can turn right and go over these. It's difficult, so we'll have a go. So I'll quickly run through the snow. I wonder if I leave footprints in the sand, in the snow. I do, ish. So we'll get started in the Twin Otter, and we're going to have a look at Lukla. So we'll get the covers. Do you know what I love about this? My co-pilot, look at him. He's just sat there. He didn't help me get these covers off or anything. He's like, you know what, Dave, actually, you can do all this yourself. Right, the captain can sort it all out. So, fine, the captain will sort it all out. Right, I'm happy. So, let's get in. We'll get this started very, very quickly. And then we'll go up in the air. So, quick control check. Happy. Forward, left, forward, right. We're not going to use any of the autopilot stuff. Let's... Oh, what's going on here? There we go. Perfect. Quick look up here. Battery on. External power source to on. DC master switch to on. Let's get the battery on as well. There we go. Okay. We'll get the fuel to on. Get the prop to 100%. Quick look up here before we take off. So Lukla, let's see what you've got to offer me today. All good there. Green lights, entrance lights on, green lights on. Light in. We're going to set up as if we're going to go straight away. So we'll set up with all our land lights on, fast seatbelts on, flight compartment lights, beacon on, bleed air on. Taxi light will keep off because we are going to be departing. Generators will leave off for a second. Pulse lights will leave off. Everything else up there looks okay. Fine. Flaps are down. Throttles. We are looking pretty good to do an engine start. Just give us a second. We'll do a quick contents check. There we go. Watching the fuel go down. Fuel comes back up. Plenty of fuel. Put the booster pumps on. Ideal. Accept this. Okay, ready for engine start up. Walk up here. And okay. Left engine. Gonna turn the line lights on straight away. Ignition's on. Make sure we're happy. Ignition started. Left prop spinning. Keep an eye on these. Prop RPM's increasing. Temperature's increasing. Pressure's increasing. Oil temperature. TIT is increasing as well. Fuel flow is increasing. Perfect. Good. Let that get started. There we go. Perfect. Ideal. We'll turn on the right engine now. And we'll have a go. Get the generators on. As we power up the engines, so we're going to take off the runway here, turn left, go around the valley, and then return. I've not done Luke Lair in a few weeks, so this will be interesting. Ideal. So we'll set our flaps nice and early. Trim, we'll set for takeoff. Okay, we are looking at this, we are good to go. Just going to have a last little check. Our boost pumps come off now. Actually, it wants those on, doesn't it? Yeah, it wants those on. There we go. Perfect. Pneumatic pressure. Yeah, fine. Cool. Okay, let's go. So we'll set the reverse thrust on straight away, and we'll come back here. Is there anyone around here? Yeah. Is there any random multiplayers? Don't even know if I got it. Let's have a look. Settings. Online. I think it's on. Yeah, it should be on. Perfect. Let's go. This airport's fun. I'll probably not crashing the first time. Just not into the man. Okay, brake there. I'll make sure we're at. There you go. Throttle forward now. There we go. My favourite airport, this one, probably, other than St Bart's and Juancho. Okay, quick look, see if there's anyone flying in. Negative. So we'll line up here. Now, so what's going to happen is, as we take off, it's going to want to throw us to the right hand side. So we count that with a little bit left. But we go full power here. There's full power going on. I've stuck my my control fully forward. I just come down the hill. There we go. It wants us to throw us left. We'll counter that. We'll counter it, keep countering it. Okay, we can take off. There we go. There's that left movement. So we'll come straight off. Perfect. Okay, coming off that power. Flaps coming up. Perfect. So that airport is 9,200 at the base. And we've got a pilot here. We've got another aircraft coming in.
Nope, sink.
So we'll slow it down nice and slowly.
Nope, sink.
And we're going to come up to this mountain here. And we're going to do a right hand turn. 30 degrees of bank all the way around. Let's go around, trying to see him. So we're near there now. We'll come closer to this, we'll slow down. And there we go, we'll turn. It's going to have a go at me about the angle. Our approach speed today is going to be 85 knots. So pretty much at it now, so we need to speed up. That's the angular attack indicator there, by the way, not the stall. Okay. We'll trim for this. We'll come around here.
Terrain.
Okay, first notch flaps going in. There's the airport. We're currently below it. Doesn't look like it, but we are below it because the airport starts at 9,200. So I'm going to climb slowly as I come around. Doesn't look like it, but we are below it. I'm going to climb. Gonna climb. Second notch flap's gone in. Speeding up. Need to get another 100 feet of altitude. There we go, perfect. Now we're good. There we are. As I come in. Don't want to go much slower than this. Third notch of flaps. Bit high. Power off. It's a dodgy first start, but yeah, quite hard. That's the first land of the day though. Oh mate, that's horrible. We survived it, but too fast, too quick. So you've got a lesson to learn there. Oh, I've looked what looks like Santa's sleigh land there then. So we'll turn around as we come up here. So a little bit of a lesson to learn there. We'll turn around, I don't know what he's flying. He's doing a power back though. Is he going to let us in? He's going to let us in. Nice guy. He's in his King Air. So we'll stop here. We'll reverse. He's got an out, hang on. So what we'll do is we'll quickly get out and say hello to him. There you go, he's saying hello. There you go, captain versus captain. I'll now get in my aircraft. Acknowledge each other, which is often quite nice. I'll come forward here. Got that left hand turn. He wants to throw me into the left. So there we go. We'll take off from here. Flaps up straight away. We'll come back on that power. And we'll go ahead back over here. So you see that 9,200. So we need to, from the last takeoff, so from the last landing, we need to climb here, not descend. So a bit of power in. So that last landing we were too fast and too rushed, but it was my first one landing here for a few weeks, so we'll manage this one a bit better now. So we'll come up to this mountain here, we'll turn right, and it's a 30-degree bank all the way around this mountain here. Really dodgy terrain. We're at the current height of Lukla for the approach at the moment, so we need to get a little bit higher. And again, the thing about Lukla is it looks like it's higher than it is, but it's not. So we'll reduce our speed. There's the bank angle warning. We're going to come in at 85 knots. So we'll manage this accordingly. We're going to fly towards this mountain and then right. So we're currently 400 foot above the threshold, which is fine for our approach, but we've got to manage it. I'll manage it with trim. As I come round, looking, there's the runway. So I'm going to slow down now to 85 knots. As I come round, we'll control this now. Now it's not the engines you can hear, it's the prop as well. We've gone to a little bit too far to the right, so we'll just come in there. First notch flaps coming in. I'm going to start trimming now as I come in. 90 knots. There we are. So we're at the height of the runway at the moment. Second notch flaps coming in, speeding up. Got a plane there as well. He's coming into nuclear as well. We don't want to go too fast. Okay, I'm going around. Nice and early. That decision, nice and early. It's angle of attack indicator you can hear, not a stall indicator. I was too slow then. So we're going to fly back to that mountain here. So I was too slow. So the right decision there to slow down. Going to adjust this angle now for the trim. So steep turn now. As we slow down, come a little bit closer to this runway, this mountain here. Where before, a bit more power. There we go. Right hand turn. Need to trim a lot better than I am at the moment. .30 of bank. Okay, I'm currently below the runway height. So I'm going to climb at the same time. Bit of power off and some flaps in. Don't want to go much slower than this. 80 knots is fine. There's the runway. So control this nicely now. So I've got that runway now. This will be a much better approach. So I'm going to control the speed now. My angle of attack is fine. A little bit high. A little bit slow. Control the speed. There we go. This is fine. Going to slow it down now. As we slow down. He's just crashed.
Minimums.
Gone right through him, sorry mate. We'll go again, last one for tonight. Crashed a few times, bless him. Okay, full power. Trolley forward. Flaps will bring up one. There we go, it wants to turn left. Wants us to turn left. There we are, and up we go. Come out here, flaps up straight away, into that left turn, bring that power off, and we're going to keep climbing. And again, exact same thing, we're going to do that circle turn there. Going to keep going, so lesson we've got to learn here, it's a little bit faster. And we're going to control pitch now with speed. Let's see how we can do that. Okay, we'll take that right turn now as we come around. This thing's scared of going anything past 20 degrees of bank, which is why it screams, yeah, bank angle, bank angle. There we come. Okay, we're coming around now. Gonna get it trimmed up nicely. There's the runway. It's a good speed. Angle of rate of descent could be better though. As we're coming nice and straight with that runway. Speed's good. First notch of flaps coming in. Increase speed. Second and third notch of flaps coming in. Power's coming down. Gonna get that a little bit straighter if we can. Not to worry too much right at the start. That's a good approach. And we pull up. There we go, and we're on. A little bit of a bounce. What we got there? And that's it. As us done for the night, we'll do a handbrake turn into here. That's us done for tonight. Right. Take it easy. Thanks for watching. Speak soon. Bye bye.